Gentlemen, it is the FIFA 16 Ultimate Team. Lionel Messi there. As you can see, we may well be seeing him a little bit later on. Let's introduce our first guest this evening, FIFA 16 Ultimate Team line producer Alex Grimbley, who's going to be giving us a full briefing about the new aspects of the game and the hard work that's gone into it, developing it and improving it. A round of applause for Alex Grimbley, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Alex has made a really, really long trip. Our second guest has made a pretty long trip, but Alex, credit to him, has come all the way over from Vancouver. It's a flying visit, raring to go. Welcome on board. We'll come to Alex in a moment's time, but let's meet our second guest, the former Arsenal and Barcelona midfielder, now plies his trade with excellence at Chelsea, where he won the league title in his first season last season. A highly decorated Spanish international midfielder as well, now capped 100 times, ladies and gentlemen, by his country. Twice winner of the European Championships, one World Cup as well. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Cesc Fabregas. Welcome on board. So, here he is, and here is Alex alongside him. Gents, great to have you with us, and it's great to get a different insight into the game from someone who's developed it to someone who's actually in it. I can only dream of being capable to do either of what you guys do, so it's great to have you with us. Let's start with Alex, if I may, and just give us a bit of a background check on FIFA 16 Ultimate Team on mobile, first of all.
So it's an entirely new game this year for us. We're really excited about it. It's really, I think, the most authentic and accurate football game that has ever been developed on mobile. We've really managed to do a lot of things this year due to the power of the devices, the iPhones and the iPads. So I think you're going to see some really stunning graphics, some of the innovations in the game, really taking a leap forward, and it really is the most authentic football experience, I think.
Now, you've made some significant changes. What are the key ones that people should look out for?
The key one is just the quality of the game. I think for the first time you're going to see console-like quality on an iPhone or a tablet. So really think of this as like an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3 type experience on your phone. So that's really exciting for us. Also, because of the power of the phones, it has allowed us to do a lot more things with the AI. So the game seems a lot more intelligent. It plays a lot better. It's a lot more realistic. Right down to the quality of like the stars in the game, they look a lot more realistic and just feel more authentic.
Now, Cesc, let's come to you. I mean, we'll be talking to Cesc about Chelsea, Spain, other things as well a little bit later on. But let's focus on your experience with the game. What's it like playing FIFA 16 on a mobile device? Is it something that just makes it easier, more enjoyable?
Yeah, I think so. I think playing on the mobile is the easiest thing because it's the most comfortable as well. It's the gadget that you use most on your free time, and for me, it's the most comfortable to use.
Now, you as a footballer have a lot of time traveling around, planes, trains, automobiles. Can you think of someone during your time that has been the best at FIFA? I'll come to Chelsea in a minute, but the best at FIFA, the most focused on FIFA?
Well, there's a few. I mean, I remember at Arsenal there was Theo Walcott. They used to play and they used to run the show really. And in the national team as well, there's a few players that like David De Gea that plays very well, and they play some tournaments. And at Chelsea as well, when we won pre-season and stuff, we play a few tournaments. And Azpilicueta and Thibaut Courtois are the best.
Does it get competitive as well? I mean, you know, all these guys out here that will be playing in their bedrooms, getting very, very competitive in their living rooms as well. I mean, your competitors on the pitch, off the pitch, are you equally as feisty?
Yeah, I have a few stories, but I cannot say they're very intimate. But yeah, some of the players and me as well, we were very competitive because we hate losing. So when you do, you get upset.
Now, Alex, tell me. Why is FIFA on the mobile so popular at the moment. I'll ask you about the building of the team in a moment, but why is it so popular?
I think like Cesc said, anybody can pick up and play it really easily. You can play it on the way to work, on the bus. We have lots of different modes that really appeal to different people. So if you really want to get into the gameplay and experience like the quality that I talked about previously, you can do that. You can also simulate matches if you don't have much time and you just want to be more of like a manager in the game. But I think really the main draw for it is that it's about creating your dream team, your ultimate team. So you know, acquiring and playing with the best players in the world and really making that dream team work for you.
And how easy is that to build your dream team?
I wouldn't say it's easy. It takes a lot of effort.
Tough decisions as well involved, aren't there?
There's a lot of tough decisions, and I think we're going to get taken through some of those later today. It is free though. The game is free, so you can just download it and play it. And if you want to put that hard work in, then there's no barrier to you succeeding and really making your dream team.
Now, Cesc, we're going to be seeing your team in a moment, and it does include yourself. Quite rightly. I mean, you agree, don't you, that it should include Cesc Fabregas, of course. As far as the ratings that you've got, your overall rating is 90, as we will see. Is that spot on, or should it be? It should be higher than that, should it not?
It's about right.
How sort of competitive does it get amongst the actual pros when they see their ratings in the game? Does it ever become a sort of a bone of contention?
Well, it depends. If there is two players that are really, really highly rated, then yes. But if you are comparing yourself against someone who is lower than you, then you feel a bit distant. But no, it's fine, and I think they are quite fair, all of them.
Well, that's great. I mean, Cesc says that they're pretty accurate. How did you get that likeliness spot on in the game then?
We put a lot of effort into making sure that we're fair to everybody and we don't cause any fights in the dressing room. So
I'm sure it's not easy.
No, it's quite a long job, and we have actually thousands of people all over Europe and all over the world helping us to get the ratings right. One of the great things about this game, and you'll see today, is that we can also create special items, and the game is really a live game, so we can always change these ratings if we feel we got them wrong, or if somebody has done something very special in real life, then we can reflect that in the game as well. So you'll see a special item for Cesc in the game right now.
How close, Cesc, do you think the game is to real life? It can't replicate it exactly, but it's getting closer and closer and closer, isn't it?
Every year you think that it cannot get any better, and instead, you know, every year that goes on, you just feel that it's more real, and it's incredible the amount of work they put in. And what they achieve every year, it's very impressive, and we are all very happy. The ones that we enjoy it the most, the players, we're very happy with that.
And I guess, Alex, that's what gets people coming back to the game, to almost see, oh, you know, they've changed this, they've changed that, they've improved on this. It looks even more scarily realistic.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, one of the big changes this year is that every year previously we've asked you to download a new version of the game. This year, you can keep the version. It's just going to live on and on for a number of years. So we can change that game constantly. We can add new features into it. We can add new players and new ratings. And you know, if people change teams, which they do occasionally, then we can reflect the real life situation, which really draws people back into the game because it feels alive.
Okay, let's get to the meaty question now, Cesc. Your ultimate team, and we can pull it up on the screens. I think you can take us through your starting 11. The big reveal, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. I hope you can see it on our screens here at the Apple Store in Covent Garden. Right, take us through your team, Cesc. Starting with the choice in goal that you've made. The reasons why it's Mr. Courtois between the sticks.
Well, I chose Thibaut Courtois because for me he's the best goalkeeper in the world. He plays in my team, obviously, so I see him every day. I practice against him every single day, and I know sometimes in little games, small games, or ones-on-ones, he's unstoppable. So he's unbeatable. So really, he must be their first choice for me.
Let's do the full-backs now, starting with your left-back.
I think I chose David Alaba because he's a player that I really like, and also he could play center-back as well. So in my team, I like this kind of players that they can play two positions in case you want to change the system in a certain time of the game. So that's why I like fullbacks that project on attack as well, and I think he's one of the best around.
And your right back is a familiar face to you from Spain and also from Stamford Bridge.
I just put him because he's my friend, that's all. No, I'm joking. No, I really think defensively he's one of the best around. And as I said, Alaba could go forward quite a lot, and I would like maybe the Azpilicueta to stay a little bit more, so there's always three defenders around.
And alongside him is genuinely another one of your best friends in Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, but he's one of my best friends, obviously, but at the same time he's in the top 3 best centre-backs in the world, so it was an easy decision.
And his central defensive partner, why have you gone for Marquinhos?
That was the most difficult for me to choose, because I tried, I looked, I checked, but I decided Marquinhos because he's young. I can see that every time he plays he's hungry, he's aggressive, he push forward, he push up, he helps midfielders, you know, to get the ball quite high up the pitch, so why not?
Tell us about this player who's just sitting on the left-hand side of that midfield 3. Why have you chosen this fella called Cesc Fabregas?
They just told me to put myself in, so I had to, otherwise I could not put myself in. But no, I think I can work out well in this team.
You could pull the strings?
I could try for sure.
And we can look in particular at your ratings, I think, that was just drawn up there. Can we have another look at that? Obviously, your rating is 90, playing in that 4-3-3. I mean, if you look at the various different ratings that you have, are they spot on?
Yeah, more or less I'm happy with everything. I wish I could be a little bit quicker, but the reality is that I'm not, so, you know, I cannot do anything about it, but I'd love to be a little bit quicker, yeah. I'm sure it could make a difference.
Okay, let's have a look at your 2 midfield partners. I suppose for the neutral, one may be predictable, and one maybe another surprise coming from Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, I think Pogba as well, he's very good on FIFA. So that's also one of the reasons why I put him, because every time I took Juventus, he really is a beast in midfield. So obviously he's a very good player in real life, but on FIFA I think he is very, very, very good. And then Verratti, I just like him a lot. He's the type of player that I would always feel comfortable playing with. He's never scared to get the ball. He plays 1-2s. He always is asking for the ball. He takes responsibility, and I like this type of players.
And ladies and gentlemen, imagine playing against that front 3. It would be terrifying. Just take us through your selection.
Well, I chose Eden Hazard. I trained with him. I play with him every 3 days. I train with him every day. He's the best player we have at Chelsea. He's our star. And when he's on form and when he really wants to be the best, he's unstoppable at times. And you know, for me, he must be in my ultimate team, because I'm sure he would make always a big difference. Then on front, I put Suarez. He's a player that I always admired, even when he was at Liverpool. Now at Barcelona, he helped them win the treble. And I don't know, he's a goal scorer, he's hungry, he goes on the space, he fights for every single ball. I could have put Diego Costa as well. I just wanted to have a little bit of a variety with the same teams, but for sure Suarez is one of the best strikers around. And then on the right, obviously the best player in the world, the best player in the history of football, Lionel Messi. That nothing else to say. He has to be there if I want to win trophies with his team.
Just a word about Leo Messi. You're a top player. You've won the best things that are on offer in the game. Do you even in training sessions sometimes look at him and think, how is that possible?
Yes, every single day. Every day he surprises you with something, especially what I admire most about him is the mentality to win and the mentality to score goals every 3 days. I'm telling you, it's not easy. I played over 600 games in my career, and when you play every 3 days, every 4 days, during especially those January, February, March, you know, when you play so many competitions at the same time, sometimes you feel fatigue, you feel tired, but this guy he's in another world, another dimension, and that's why he's the best.
Now, Cesc has faced the managerial pressure to put that team together. The pressure now is on Alex, because you've got to make that team sing. And we're going to just see this Ultimate Team, courtesy of Cesc Fabregas, in action. Just take us through this first half that we're going to see, first of all, Alex.
I've got to make one change, which Cesc called me out on. He wants Pogba in the middle. So, as you can see here, the team's set up quite nicely. The green lines are actually what we call chemistry, which means that those players play well together in real life, so they have a connection. So you can see Cesc and Eden Hazard, they have a green line between them because of their Chelsea understanding. So that's going to help my team in game. There's 2 ways to play, like I said. There's playing the match, or there's simulating a match. Simulation is really useful if you have a few minutes and you're in a meeting and you're distracted. You can just simulate a game, which is very useful for us at work. So we're going to go into a match. One of the good things we've done this year, I think, is really focus on the controls and the way the player interacts with the game. So we make use of the touch screen, so I don't even have to actually press the buttons. We call them the virtual buttons in the game. I can just touch anyone on a pitch, and I can use that to control the players.
They should be a cracker today. Really looking forward to it.
So I've got the ball there. So I can use these virtual buttons that you can see, the blue, the green, and the red, just to pass the ball around here, pass it around the back, do some nice build-up play. What you can't see what I'm doing right now is I'm actually just touching on the screen into the gaps where I want to pass the ball. So this is really useful if you understand the game of football, you understand where players are going to make runs, because you can predict where they're going to run and actually pass into space, something we've never been able to do before on the mobile game, which is really courtesy of the new engine. So as you see, I'm just tapping on the screen, passing the ball around. Some nice build-up play here. Obviously, I'm under pressure to do well there.
We'll have a bit of Fabregas commentary in a moment. We just had a little moment there. Carry on, Alex.
In terms of defending, then again, the defending is really easy for players. I can just tap on the attacking opponent with the ball. There's a nice run there. I'm just going to try and take advantage. Too far. I will try not to get anybody sent off, which is my speciality in these types of demos.
And there's been changes to the commentary as well. That's been developed, and the mentioning of statistics and things like that as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of colour commentary, so there'll be lots of statistics about where you're playing, nearly. Just the types of ground, the background of some of the players as well. So like I said, really a huge development in terms of technology for us this year. And it really is just like playing your console in your pocket, which is really nice for us.
It's looking good, this move.
Terrible. So this year we added a couple of new things again because of the power of the devices. We can okay, this is bad.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. What a letdown, Cesc. See, they're mocking me with the celebrations as well.
But it's all about how you bounce back.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
That was a setup for a comeback. So we'll see what we can do. So yeah, like I said, we actually have skill moves in the game for the first time this year as well, which is really new for us, and celebrations. So if I do score, then I can mock people. There
you go.
So I can do a nice celebration there. Nice goal.
Excellent. Good finish, good celebration. Yeah. Just expand upon what you said about the celebrations there. That's been...
It's the first time we've had them in this year. They're really easy to trigger, so it's very nice, especially when you're playing online. So we have a mode where you can play online against anybody else with a mobile device. It's great to mock them when you've scored a goal and you can celebrate. It's really nice.
I think we'll probably leave it there for half-time. Cesc, just a word about celebrations. Do you ever preordain the celebrations that you do? Plan them before? I'm trying to remember if you've had any notable celebrations that have looked sort of contrived almost?
No, not really. I'm not really into celebrations like over the top when I score. I don't know why. I don't really get that excited. Maybe inside, yes, but I don't show it too much. I just celebrate with my teammates and go back to
the spontaneity is important, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, if you score in a World Cup final, you go mental probably. But if it's on a daily basis, like a normal game, I don't really celebrate like crazy. But of course, scoring a goal is the best feeling you can have as a football player.
Just, Alex, before I ask Cesc a few more questions about a few other topics, I mean, to sum up, in what shape do you find this game now? Is this the best that it's ever been?
I think so, yeah. I think by far it's the best mobile game we've ever produced. So much effort has gone into this. There's 10,000 players in the game. There's 600 teams. Many what we call star heads, so it's the likenesses of the players in real life. Many new modes, and I think really this is the start of this game. Like I said, it's always going to get bigger. We're going to add new modes. We're going to add new features. You won't have to download a new game. It's just going to be an update into your device, and coupled with the live service and the way we're going to reflect the real world this year, it's really going to feel like the game is alive. I think for the first time.
And the feedback that you get from players who are actually playing the game it must make your job worthwhile when you know that they enjoy playing the game that it's modelled on.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, we get feedback. We get a lot of professionals giving us feedback, particularly about their ratings. Some of it not so good, right down to just children who are playing a game and loving it. So it's really satisfying.
Okay, Cesc, I want to ask you a few questions about Chelsea. The best player that you've played with at Chelsea. I know it's been a season and a bit so far.
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
Would it be the person that you had on the left-hand side of that front three,
Yes.
Eden Hazard?
Yes, he's the most talented player there is, and I believe if he really wants, he can be candidate, let's say, to win the Ballon d'Or in the next few years.
That good.
Yes.
And as far as judging a player, is it easier to judge how good they are by playing with them or by playing against them, do you think?
Good question. I think a bit of both. Probably when you play with them, because you train with them and you are with them every day and you know them as a person as well, maybe it's easier to appreciate it. Mm-hmm. But as well, obviously, I've been lucky that I've played for top teams and not many times I've been beaten, but let's say like for a great superiority. But I'm sure that players like when you play against Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or players like that, obviously you just sometimes have to clap because there's nothing you can do. So it's all about appreciating the real talent, and definitely Eden has it.
Those are the players that you can appreciate now. Who was your hero when you were growing up? Who did you model yourself on? Who were you in the playground?
Yeah, well, I had a few. My main idol was Figo. I don't know if you remember, but after something happened and I fall apart with him a little bit. That
the switch that he made.
Yeah, maybe. And then with Guardiola, I was playing the same position as him when I was little. He was the captain and one of the main players in Barcelona at the time. So as well, I used to look up to him a lot. There's Zinedine Zidane, obviously a great player. But I haven't been too much into a hero, that I look up. Is more about myself, enjoying playing, trying to be better every day.
When you arrive at a new club, often it's mentioned that there is a team song that you have to sing, or you have to do your own solo or things like that. I know that happens at Chelsea. Can you pick out the best initiation that you've had to do when you've arrived at a new club? And have they all been different?
No, because at Barcelona I didn't have to do anything. At national team as well, nothing. At Arsenal I don't remember. But at Chelsea I sang and I danced the Macarena song. You know the Macarena?
No, could you just...
No, you know. It's on video. They taped me. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. I will not embarrass myself anymore.
It's interesting you say about you didn't have to do one at Barcelona. Is that because you returned when you left Arsenal, or was it...
I don't remember.
Or was it just that that's not something that's done?
I don't think you do it there.
No?
If I can remember.
Okay.
I'll think about it. I'll let you know in a few minutes because I forgot.
Okay. Whilst you think, do you have a sort of a strict ritual before you play? Any superstitions? You know, one sock on before the other, or shirt on backwards for 5 seconds, or anything like that?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
I'm not superstitious at all. Nothing.
Of your teammates, who was the most superstitious? Were there some strange things that happened in the dressing room, and it seemed to work for them?
I don't look into these things too much. I focus on my game, and I believe in hard work. Sometimes, obviously, you need to have your luck to win games, to win tournaments, but I believe that if you are the best, you are the best. If you work hard and you compete to the limit, you will win, or you will have chances to win. And superstitious or not, it's not. It doesn't come in my attitude, in my belief, but of course I understand that some people do it because it works, no? For them, sometimes you do one thing, it works, you keep doing it, it keeps working, and then one day, for whatever reason, you stop doing it, and that day something happens. So I understand why people do it, but I'm not one of them.
You've played under some great managers. You mentioned, having Pep Guardiola as a hero, and then obviously having to play underneath him must have been fantastic. Yes. Tell us about the manager that you play under now for your club, Chelsea, in Jose Mourinho. What's it like, not necessarily at the moment, but just in general terms, playing for Jose Mourinho?
No. And now as well. For me, he's the best, because he's the best we can have, and he's the best the club has ever had. And sometimes I believe that the coaches and the managers, they get all the attention and all the fault for whatever happens, no? Let's say now with us at Chelsea. But I believe the people that play are the players, and the players are the ones that have to perform. I have to look into my performances, why I may not be playing the same, or someone else is not playing the same. And the manager, he's doing the same things, if not more, than what he was doing last year. Why last year we were champions, and this year at the moment we are not doing well? So, of course, we have to find out, and we need to talk between ourselves and find a solution as soon as possible, and I'm sure we will make it happen. But for me, he's the best manager we can have.
And I guess it's nice having an international break, regrouping, and then kicking on once again with your club football. The difference between playing in the Premier League and then La Liga, I suppose you've got a great insight into it, having started your training back in Barcelona, then being in the Premier League and making that transition. You can tell us exactly the nuances and the differences. Explain all.
Well, I think the Premier League is the most competitive league, the most difficult to win. Any team can come to Stamford Bridge and beat you, or can go to the Man City Stadium and win, or Arsenal or Man United. It's the most competitive, the strongest league. Now, I think La Liga has the best players. They have Cristiano Ronaldo, they have Messi, they have Neymar, they have Suarez. They have the most talented, the most technical players. But at the same time, there is a big difference between, let's say, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and the other teams, which doesn't happen in the Premier League. The Premier League now, you have, yes, the top four normally is always the same, but the distance between the teams is not that big. So I think to win the Premier League is the most difficult thing to do during the season.
Just a couple of quick questions, and they can be quick-fire questions as far as your Chelsea teammates are concerned at the moment. Best dressed at Chelsea, aside from yourself?
Best dressed? Oh, God. Not many, huh? I would go for like Remy.
Why?
I like his
Yeah?
style, yeah, a bit, yeah, cool, you know, like this, yeah.
Yeah, bit of swagger, I like
yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah.
The biggest moaner in the dressing room?
Oh, Diego Costa, for sure. Not even a question.
And the biggest practical joker?
Again, I think Diego Costa, because he's a bit crazy, you know. He doesn't care about what he says or what he does. He just. But I like because he's honest, you know. He says whatever his heart tells him. So sometimes it's good, sometimes not so good. But in general, he's the joker of the team.
And a vital cog in the Chelsea wheel as well. He gets the team ticking when he's out on the field.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. He doesn't speak one word of English, well, one or two, but everyone understands what he wants to say. I don't know how he does it, but that's the way it is.
Excellent. Okay. Let's talk about Spain. The European Championships, aside from England, who are going to be the favourites?
Why
Can
not
Spain
England?
win it? No, obviously England will be the favourites going into the tournament. They're the team to beat, obviously, 10 wins out of 10. Can Spain outdo England, do you think? How are you set at the moment? Tell us about Spain. Go on.
No, I'm joking. I think
Yeah.
England can do well, to be honest. It's the not the first time, but it's one of those years that you say they have a squad that they know what they want to do. They have good players. They know the way they want to play. They've been practicing, you know, with the same team for a couple of months now. So I think they can be candidates. But there is Belgium, Italy, Germany, Spain, obviously, and I'm sure one of those will be the champions.
Now, obviously, you had a proud moment in the last 24 hours playing for your country, winning your 100th cap. What would you regard as the greatest moment? It might not be, you know, lifting the World Cup, for example. It might be something different, or is it just that?
Well, after the game yesterday, obviously, when you have a special day, you have to do the press and stuff, and everyone was asking me the same question: what's the most special moment? I couldn't answer. I couldn't reply to that because there's been 100 great moments. I cannot remember one bad day playing for the national team, or of course we had defeats, sometimes maybe not moments as great as lifting Euros and World Cups, but I would say being with the teammates in those moments that people don't see, but when you are 1 month away from your home, you know, let's say in South Africa where we won the World Cup, there's nothing to do. You have a day of recovery. It's all dark at 3 o'clock. Yeah, in England as well, but it's okay. But you know, you spend time with all these players, 24 hours. You eat with them. You do everything with them. So you know, you just those moments are the ones that stick into your head even more than, of course, lifting the Euros and the World Cup, which is so special. But the more intimate moments are the ones that stay with you forever.
And maybe it's when you finish your career that you'll be in the best position to judge what's your greatest moment, because I'm sure there'll be many more great moments to come.
Hopefully.
If you hadn't, I mean, you've been a great footballer seemingly since you were that high down there, that little gentleman down there. You know, you've been playing football since you were a kid and to great success. If you hadn't taken up football, or you weren't good at it now, what do you think you would be doing? Have you got another passion? Apart from FIFA?
No, FIFA is football. No, you know the thing, I started so young. Sometimes I used to speak to my sister at 15, 16, hey, what do you want to do with your life? I don't know. Nowadays, the young people are not really ready to say what they want to do when they get older. Obviously, there's someone that has exactly know what they want to do. But me at 15, I just loved football, and I used to study. I used to be with my friends sometimes, but football was my passion, my dream, my everything. And once I started playing professionally for Arsenal at 16, at such a young age, just want to compete and you just want to do everything in your power to make it happen. So I didn't really have the time to think about something else. You know, if my career started at 20, 21, maybe, you know, you have more years of maturity to know what you want to do, but at 16 you are still a boy. And my dream was always to be a football player, and thank God I did it, and I'm very proud of it.
You did it. You came, you saw, you conquered, and I'm sure there will be many more days of success for you, Cesc. A final word from you, Alex, just to wrap up. Why should people go out there and get involved in this latest concept?
It's free, and it's the best one we've done, so it's pretty simple.
Alex, thank you very much indeed. Put your hands together for Alex and also for Cesc Fabregas, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.